You know, when I started the show today at 3 o'clock, I had no idea that I would be handing out yo-yos, much less that I would be getting in trouble for not responding promptly when someone on the Super Text line says that they want one. So I apologize for not getting back to all of you that want a yo-yo. I only have so many yo-yos, but I will give yo-yos as they are available to me, to you, the listening audience, because I love you that much. It's 5:08. Good afternoon. If you don't understand why we have yo-yos, I would suggest you listen to all of the show. It starts at 3 o'clock every day on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
Nobody's getting my yo-yo.
No, your yo-yo is your yo-yo. You get to play with your yo-yo as long as you want to. I would just ask that you don't allow your yo-yo play to interfere with your work.
It already has.
Well, and we already have some great suggestions for your nickname. So, for the most part, pretty obvious. Action Jackson. Action Jackson's coming. Is Weaver playing with a yo-yo back there too?
I'm not very good at it.
You know, I can do your standard yo-yoing, but when you start talking about walking the dog and shooting the moon and cats in the cradle and all that, I can't.
Well, I can't even do the standard.
You know why I can? Because you went out with girls back in the day. That's why.
I picked up yo-yoing about 20 minutes ago.
Did you? Did you now? You got done with that poor TV back there, and now you're onto the yo-yos.
I might hit the TV with the yo-yo.
Hey, speaking of yo-yos, we got Nincompoops in the news coming up in about 30 minutes or so. I got a pretty good one. It's an oldie but a goodie. Mine is an oldie, a little bit of an older story. It's like a year and a half old.
Oh, come on, man.
Look, what am I supposed to do? It's too good to keep. We weren't doing Nincompoops in the news a year and a half ago.
That's right.
Wait, y'all weren't?
No, we just started.
I figured y'all started Nincompoops in the news when you started on the radio.
No, we started Nincompoops in the news when Mr. Brian Wilson called it a career and retired, and I moved over into the afternoon hours. I cranked up Nincompoops in the news at that time.
Yeah, we've been going strong ever since.
Mm-hmm.
I got a good one today, boys, and it happened yesterday.
I think Weaver won yesterday too.
Did
if I'm not mistaken. It was between you and me, Ken. Jackson was sucking hind teat, as my grandpa used to say.
Oh, yeah. Mine yesterday was about the old boy surfing without any pants.
Yeah, yours won.
Had a friend named Cowboy.
Yours won. Larry wants to know if we remember clackers.
Clackers?
Is that
vaguely?
I remember the balls on a string. Y'all remember those?
Yes.
Where you have to get them going and
they just clack.
Now I think clackers was an easier version of balls on a string. Or a ball in a cup.
Yeah.
Man, that was a ball. Get the ball in the cup. Take the ball out of the cup.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, ball in the cup.
I never could get that either. And I couldn't do the ping pong with the ball either very well. Like the paddle ball.
The paddle ball, I hate paddle ball.
I was never any good at that.
I got nothing for you with paddle ball. Jackson, you got anything for us with paddle ball? You got a little hand-eye coordination
Wasn't good
going
at that.
on? What about ball in the cup?
I think that toy was probably discontinued because for my generation, it wasn't safe enough.
That could be.
You missed out on some
I think clackers are definitely that.
You missed out on some great toys.
Y'all had lawn darts, right?
Yeah.
You had lawn darts.
Yeah, they were called jarts.
And a one-room schoolhouse.
One-room schoolhouse, no air conditioning.
You know what my brother and I would do? My brother, I got a Red Ryder BB gun.
You'll shoot your eye out.
Mm-hmm. And, and my brother, the same year, he was 2 years older than me.
Uh-huh.
My brother got an air rifle.
Yeah.
A pellet rifle.
Yeah. Oh, pellet.
Mm-hmm.
Pump action.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, those things hurt.
Yeah. So my brother and I decided no eye protection, no protection whatsoever, that we would play war. And I, even at the tender age of like 8, I knew this wasn't very fair. And I say to my brother, Brian, you got a pellet rifle. I got a BB gun. Ken, I could have shot Brian from here to the wall and did. I'd shoot him with my stupid Daisy.
Yeah. Single shot,
and he just go boom. It just bounced off his chest.
He just go.
He'd fire at me from 20 paces, and it would lodge into my skin.
Yes.
And so I would say, Brian, it's only fair. We got to trade at some point. Oh, we'll trade.
Yeah,
we'll trade.
I had a buddy, he had one of those pump actions, and he would pump it till he couldn't do it anymore.
100%.
And then chase us around.
100%.
And, I mean, we just laugh. I mean, we thought it was a blast until we got, if you got shot by it,
it hurt. Then occasionally it would go through your coat, because this is in the wintertime, through your coat and lodge in there. You take off your coat and pellets fall out. And when we traded, Ken?
When?
Still waiting on it. Still waiting on that trade. Something about I had to win in order to get the air rifle.
He's your older brother, right?
He's my older brother.
Yeah, older brothers. I'm an older brother. I made rules like that.
Yeah, we used to play football, too.
Yeah.
Just him and me. You know what the rules of football were?
What?
Throw it to young Matt and tackle him. Hard.
I had an older sister.
What'd she do to you?
Dress you up like a...
There were some pigtails involved, but this is a different one. So y'all ever heard of the game Slaps, where you try to slap each other's hands?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She would run up to me and say, "You want to play Slaps?" and then slap me across the face.
Before you even could say yes.
Before I could even get the word yes. As soon as she heard the yeah, it was free game.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
You want to play slaps? I bet you don't want to play anymore, do you?
I was done playing after that.
All right, you want to play slaps? Pop. You want to play again?
Yeah, that game hurt.
Brian and I
Not
used
as
to
bad
do,
as the way I played it.
Man, we used to do some stupid stuff back in the day.
I'm telling you, dude. I've told the story. A buddy across the street, whenever I lived in Marshall, Texas, junior high, he'd go get his dad's hunting bow. And we'd have a whole bunch of kids run off down the street, and he would fire an arrow into the air.
Uh-huh.
And then we'd tell them to scatter. They'd run and hide and wait for it to come down amongst them. Could have killed somebody.
Could have killed
It'd have gone right through them.
Oh, 100%.
Crazy.
Brian and I went, when we played war, we went out into the, and we were at my stepfather's at the time, Lane's, and he lived in the middle of nowhere, and we went back in the woods, and in the middle of the woods, we found this pond that had been dammed on one end.
Yeah.
And the dam, it was kind of a spillway. Water would spill over it. It was like the spillway.
Yeah.
And there was moss all over the dam.
Yes.
On one side of it was the pond. On the other side of it was a drop, Ken, of 30 feet. And what did we do? We were just bloop, 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 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody knows where we are.
Right.
Brian slips.
Ooh.
And thank God, caught himself. Had to pull himself back up on the dam.
Or he could have been dead.
Or could have been dead.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Just stuff like that.
You know.
That somehow we survived.
Somehow we survived. And all the better for it. Man, I remember Indian burn. We used to do eraser burns.
Yeah, I didn't. Ooh, I've still got. I'll show you my scar. I still have a scar on one of my hands from that. That was stupid.
Y'all ever do that, Jackson, when you're a kid? Eraser burns. You take pencils, and you take the eraser of the pencil, and the entire game was, I'm going to rub the eraser on your flesh, on your arm, for as long as you can stand it.
Can I do that in the next break?
Find yourself a pencil, and I'll go on you first. We'll play a game of slaps.
No. I learned my lesson.
And you rub the you just rub the pencil on you for as long as you can stand it, and then when you say no, I'm out, then I rub it on the other fella. Then you trade and you rub it on somebody else. It's kind of like thumps.
And then somebody wins.
And then
Who
somebody
wins?
The person who gives up first.
Does anybody win?
The guy
really?
the guy that's the lesser of the wussy. I mean, the guy that's not a wuss.
Yeah.
Wins.
Yeah.
Doesn't it hurt?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. I saw guys that it drew blood.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, it's bad.
It did on me, man. I had a deep wound on my hand.
Did y'all ever take rubber bands and snap them on each other?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
John in Lawrenceburg said we called it the sissy test. Yeah. See how big of a sissy are you?
One time my buddy was sleeping in class. And I launched a rubber band across the classroom and woke him up.
Hit him in the head.
Yep. One of my finest achievements.
And then you just look away like, you know, what? What happened? Why are you yelping?
You remember
Pretty
the
good.
wrist rockets?
Wrist rockets.
Yeah, those would hurt. Yeah, they were slingshots, except it would brace. You could brace it like while you held the handle and pulled back, it would brace against your wrist.
Oh yeah, like a version of a slingshot.
Yeah, you could pull it.
I remember we had one of those. My brother had one of those, and I killed a bird.
Yeah.
With it, and I felt bad about killing the bird. And my grandfather, he taught me. I'll never forget it. He taught me a lesson. He said, "We don't kill things we don't eat. Are you going to eat that?"
That's a good lesson.
And I said, "No, sir." And he said, "Why'd you kill it then?" And I said, "I didn't." And I was honest with him. I said, "I didn't think I could hit it."
Yeah,
and he goes, "Well, you don't aim at anything with any weapon that you're not planning on hitting." And I said, "Yes, sir."
I decided I was going to hunt birds in my front yard with my single-shot Daisy BB gun.
Uh-huh.
And I shot a blue jay. They're tougher than I thought.
Oh,
I ended up
had to ring it.
Yeah.
Had to ring it.
And I felt bad. I felt terrible.
That's tough. But you got to do what you got to do.
I tell you what's tougher than a blue jay, though, is a woodpecker. Shot a woodpecker, too, one time. And I couldn't just kill him with my foot. I had to get a brick.
Oh, no.
Oh, God, Ken.
Oh, Lord. These stories of childhood antics have taken a turn, Ken.
Oh, I've got a lot of them.
Oh, man. Yeah, we used to kill a lot of things in the woods, too. I mean, we used to hunt rabbits.
I mean, I won't do that anymore.
No. I mean, like I say, I'll kill something I want to eat, but
Yeah, if I'm going to eat it, well,
I don't know I don't really know how to do that anymore.
I don't
honestly.
like turtles messing with my fishing line.
Well, I'll eat turtle, Ken, so we can maybe tag team that.
I had to get a brick. Was pretty crazy. I had to go get a brick.
Woodpeckers have hard heads, man.
Yeah, they're tough.
Why didn't you just shoot it again, Ken?
It wasn't working.
That thing did not have a peaceful end.
Oh no. I feel like you might have a woodpecker waiting on you in heaven.
That thing suffered, Ken.
That's the last bird I killed.
Woody Woodpecker's up there just tapping his,
He's just waiting for
just
Weaver.
waiting on Weaver.
He's going to have a big brick.
Yes.
That brick gets bigger every day, Ken.
Come here, Weaver. All right, so Donald Trump, these media types, you cannot hate them enough. Donald Trump has turned a corner on the Epstein story, and I believe his administration is trying to be as open as possible with it now, recognizing how many people desire this information, that want this level of transparency, and rightly so. Donald Trump opened up on Air Force One a couple of days ago, and I am fascinated with the amount of hay the leftist, nasty, anti-Trump media is trying to make while the sun shines regarding this story because of one word, stole, S-T-O-L-E. I'll tell you the outline of the story coming up in just a moment on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. I don't know that we have on the Super Text line ever gotten a response to any subject brought up on this radio show like we have the
Woodpecker?
the woodpecker.
Ken might be my nincompoop today.
I was going to, when we did it, I was going to, my first story was going to be, federal authorities say they're on the lookout for an 8-year-old boy who killed an endangered species in Oklahoma this week. Or maybe it was 30 years ago, but,
That'd have been right around 78, 79.
That was 20 years before I was born.
Brian's got your back, Ken. He says, we know one woodpecker that wasn't protected. You got that right.
I guarantee you there were not people roaming around in East Texas back in the late 70s worried about a woodpecker.
No.
Did you bury it, Ken?
You know what? I think I did.
Was there a
because
funeral?
I was really into grave sites at the time, too.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I buried it and made a little cross with sticks.
Ken, you sound like a disturbed child. I killed the woodpecker with a brick, and I was really into graves at the time, so I dug it a little grave.
Well,
A little Put a little WP on the tombstone.
I think I better,
R.I.P. WP.
I better just get back to doing the news, boy.
You know what we ought to get to? We ought to get to some real nincompoops on Super Talk 99.7. Here it is. Yep. Nincompoops in the news time. I hesitate to get serious with nincompoops in the news, and so I'm not going to do what my instinct tells me to do, and I want to call everyone involved in this story regarding Byron Black's execution nincompoops. Everybody involved except potentially the Tennessee Supreme Court. But I'm going to get into that story after nincompoops in the news. And I also have the Donald Trump story that I promised you regarding the word stole. So you know how it works. Jackson brings a story. Ken brings a story. Matt Murphy brings a story. And you decide who the nincompoop of the day is. Ken was the big winner yesterday. Ken's normally the big winner. I say it's delivery, although y'all should judge him accordingly.
That's right.
Due to the unfortunate woodpecker death. But here it goes. Ken Weaver, your story, sir.
All right, I got this off a Facebook site. It's called Branson Area Breaking News. Elderly woman, 102, apprehended in indecent exposure case.
Oh, no.
Branson police have arrested the infamous Highway 65 flasher. A 102-year-old woman accused of repeatedly exposing herself to passing drivers.
Oh, no.
A lot of drivers over there in Branson, too.
Mm-hmm.
Officers apprehended the woman Wednesday afternoon on Highway 65 after weeks of bizarre reports and near misses. Despite her age, police say she evaded capture multiple times using her walker and disappearing off in the woods.
Come on, man.
I don't think this story's real.
This can't be real.
I don't think this is real.
I hope her sentence isn't long.
Officer Brad Connolly is quoted as saying she's surprisingly quick for 102. We didn't see this one coming. The woman was taken into custody without incident. Charges are pending, though officials say they may consider leniency due to her age. And there's a picture.
Oh, you got a picture of her, do you?
There's a picture of several police officers with a elderly woman and a walker.
She just fading off into the woods, hanging out with the woodpeckers.
It says Branson Area Breaking News.
The rare 2 weeks to life sentence.
Oh,
That's funny.
oh my gosh.
Murphy dropped his phone.
Sentence you to 2 weeks to life,
Oh my gosh.
which is pretty much the same thing in your case, ma'am. That's funny. All right, I'll try to follow that one up. One of the two serial car burglary suspects ultimately nabbed after crashing at high speed into a parked vehicle while law enforcement were closing in on them had a neck tattoo that might be an indicator as to why this burglary suspect did what he did. More on that in a moment. The Polk County Sheriff's Office responded to the Preservation Point neighborhood off of County Road 547 in the Davenport area around 3:28 in the a.m. with reports of a couple, a white male, white female, seen attempting to break into several parked vehicles. A deputy spotted an attempted traffic stop on the suspect's white 2006 Cadillac CTS, but the vehicle sped away into the subdivision. Authorities say the deputy did not pursue because there was only one way in and one way out of the neighborhood. Not a very bright individual, hence nincompoopery. While speeding through the streets, the suspect sped past one deputy, turned around, sped past the same deputy on the same street while trying to find a way out. Neighborhood surveillance videos captured the moment when the Cadillac slammed into an unoccupied parked vehicle. Sheriff's office said deputies ultimately, after the suspect realized that he would not be able to get out of the neighborhood, they were able to pull the two suspects out of the disabled Cadillac, got them secured, requested emergency medical service to treat the suspects who were both injured in the crash. Now, ironically, the suspect that was driving the vehicle at the time of the accident has a neck tattoo that reads, "All gas, no brakes." I don't know what makes him a nincompoop, but at least he was consistent with his neck tattoo that said, "All gas,
Oh.
No breaks. Multiple charges being thrown at this nincompoop, and there you go. Mr. Jackson?
Naked man found sitting in Senate president's chair in Minnesota. A man has been charged after a breach at the Minnesota State Capitol over the weekend. The man, now identified as Dominic Terrell Peace, was reportedly found sitting naked in the Senate president's chair. Peace is charged with burglary for the incident. Over the weekend, Minnesota State Patrol announced the arrest of the man after he was discovered in the Capitol naked. Troopers said Capitol security found the naked man late Friday night after an alarm was set off. The man was naked and nonviolent and in need of a mental health evaluation. The man was taken to Regions Hospital for evaluation and later released. The man then returned to the Capitol grounds early Saturday morning and was discovered around 7:30 a.m. He was again taken to Regions and again released. Then for a third time, he returned to the Capitol and was arrested on a warrant out of Wisconsin. Just kept going back.
Coming back from seconds and thirds. And
You got lucky not getting arrested the first time.
it feels like you just count your blessings and move on with your life.
So
I can't believe he was found sitting naked in the Minnesota Senate president's chair, and he was not arrested, and then he decided to go back.
I bet that chair's leather, too.
Ooh,
Make
I bet he
noise.
got a new chair.
I mean, those leather chairs, you stick.
Yeah.
You stick, boys.
Y'all ever watch The League, the fantasy football show?
I've not seen the league.
One of the characters would always yell, "Forever unclean." That's what I think about that chair.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm telling you, fellas, I know. I mean, you know how the backs of your legs, if you're wearing short shorts and you're on a leather seat in the car, they'll stick.
Yeah.
Imagine being in that chair with no clothes on. By the way, a local lawmaker has texted me, and the local lawmaker will go unnamed. But the local lawmaker has indicated that after listening to today's 5 o'clock hour, I feel inspired that a piece of legislation might be coming. The Ken Weaver anti-woodpecker brick killing bill. Please. If we can't get our raccoon bill passed, can we get the Ken Weaver anti-woodpecker brick killing bill passed, please? No, you can kill a woodpecker in the state of Tennessee, but just not with a. Somebody wanted to know where'd Ken get the brick? Just laying around, you know.
It was just in the yard.
You know, you got to do what you got to do. Any port in a storm, y'all. You got to find what you got to find. All right, Donald Trump. That's how we play Nincompoops in the News on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Thank you for being a part of it. Vote Weaver, vote Jackson, vote Murphy. I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of votes coming Jackson or I's way.
Why? I had a good one.
I mean, you had a good one, especially when you consider the old boy's nad sticking to the seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a pleasant thought, is it? You may vote early and often until 6 o'clock when voting closes. Stephanie and Reed will get to you momentarily. Also, the Trump story. Also, my reaction to this ridiculousness involving this death row inmate. That's on the way next. All right, Ken's story is under review. Ken's story is under official review.
All right.
That is duly noted. I would note that that review is pending the outcome of the vote because right now Jackson is in a slight lead, what with his leather chair story. So we will keep that in mind as we continue the review.
Oh no!
I think yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
boys. I'm DQ'd.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything.
I didn't look at. I didn't see it.
Listen,
I
it's
just
easy.
believed it.
It's easy, y'all. These nincompoops, when you're looking around, it is easy.
I
to fall
wanted
prey.
Ken's to be real so bad.
I did too.
I did too, man.
I
I
did too.
just pictured that old lady disappearing in the woods.
It did produce perhaps the greatest one-liner in Matt Murphy show history. 2 weeks to life.
That was pretty good.
That was one of my better ones.
Son of a biscuit eater.
So I guess that's just going to hand it to you, Jackson, because you're well ahead of me. Congratulations on your victory there. We'll just go ahead and give it to you early.
That's the way to go, Brother Jackson.
That's the way to get it done. So I got this message, and I'm pretty open with my cell phone. I don't, because if I don't know your telephone number, I'm not going to answer my cell phone anyway. So I'm pretty open with it. I don't mind it. But this gentleman, or I guess it's a gentleman, I'm going to go ahead and say gentleman, texted me on my cell phone as opposed to the super text line and said this. I looked you up on the IT machine. Been a fan, listening for a while now. First time communique. I just had to say I don't think I've laughed this hard in a long, long time. All my childhood memory lane stories have done me in. My gut's hurting since I've been cackling since 3:30. I'm a little older, but we could have grew up in the same neck of the woods where all these memories were made, from shooting BB guns at one another, eraser berms, flipping knuckles, rakes with comb, and so much more stupid stuff. And that's with 2 O's. I ain't even going to share my woodpecker story. Thank you, sir. Be careful. Careful now.
Careful where you talk about that woodpecker.
Uh-huh. Keep up the great work. Thanks for a great day. And you got my vote for the Brick Award, Weaver.
All
you
right.
got the Brick Award.
I'm going to get a gold brick.
To hit another woodpecker with.
There you go. So that's
That's the last thing that thing said. That was its last words.
Mario's like, I'm glad Ken got DQ'd. What do you expect from a pecker killer?
Maybe phrasing could have been better there.
Well, it's better than somebody else called him a pecker smasher.
No comment. He just does the news.
I just do the news, boys.
Speaking of the news, why is this a news story? Listen to what Donald Trump had to say here. They're asking a question. He's on Air Force One, coming back from Scotland.
Were some of the workers that were taken from you, were some of them young women?
He's asking him about Epstein.
Were some of them young women?
Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken. And it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad. But that story's been pretty well out there. And the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they were young
Yeah.
women. What did they do?
In the spa.
Jobs in the spa.
Yeah, it's people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago. And people were taken out of the spa.
All right, so are y'all hearing this so far? So he's being asked about how his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein initially soured. It is well on record that Donald Trump booted Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago and had nothing else to do with him after sometime in the mid-2000s, I think 2005, 2006. The reason was Epstein was poaching Donald Trump's employees. And Donald Trump's answering these questions about it.
By him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told him, I said, listen, we don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa.
All right, so we don't want you taking our people. So Donald Trump goes on to answer a question about Virginia Giuffre. And I'm going to play that clip for you in a moment. And apparently this has the media all up in arms. We'll share it with you next on Super Talk.